The man owned a magical cabinet. When he stepped inside it, the flow of time would speed up tens of thousands of times. After the man stayed in the cabinet for 10 days and came out, only 1 minute had passed outside. He immediately grabbed his books and returned to the cabinet because he had an important exam the next day and hadn't had time to review. When he arrived at the exam room, his classmates stared at him strangely. It had only been one night, but his beard had grown extremely fast. With this cabinet, he always had more time than others. After graduation, the man got a job as a lawyer. In the company, he also showed amazing talent. Tasks that others couldn't finish in several weeks, he could complete in just one night. As long as he had the cabinet, the man had unlimited time. Soon his name was hung on the company sign, and he quickly advanced from a junior lawyer to a senior lawyer. But only the man himself knew that he had spent too much time in the cabinet. He started to have white hair in his 20s. However, in order to cope with the heavy work, he had to continue using the cabinet. 5 years passed in this way. The man, who was in his prime, looked like an old man. He almost strained his back just by doing a little exercise. His fame grew larger and larger. The rich people around him all came to hire him as their lawyer. Finally, the man was promoted to a partner of the company. However, at the celebration banquet, he fell down because of physical exhaustion. Later, the doctor checked the man's health condition and was surprised to find that he had a body of a 60-year-old. The man's wife was very worried about her husband and hoped that he would not work so hard anymore. In this way, the man made up his mind to stop entering the cabinet for the sake of his health. But without the extra time, he became more and more frequent in his work. His colleagues said that his name was not on the list for the next promotion. At this time, the man was only one step away from the position of the president. In the end, he couldn't resist the temptation. He took out the key from the box and then entered the cabinet with the materials for several months. Time flew by inside. When the man finished all the work and was ready to leave, the key in his pocket was gone. As time passed more and more quickly, the man felt very desperate. He saw the key falling outside the cabinet, but he couldn't do anything about it. At this moment, his son came to look for his father. The man kept shouting, but his son didn't hear him. At this time, the man was aging rapidly. Finally, the son saw the key on the ground, but when he opened the cabinet door, he only saw a pile of white ash. "Would you like to have this cabinet?"